There's a lot of drama that's floating around about this laser online, so I'm definitely going to address that. Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. Today is my 12-week LYMA Laser update video, and I know you've been waiting so patiently for this video, so I'm really excited to make it. I'm gonna review the features of this laser, tell you how I used it over the 12-week period, and then I have a set of before and after photos to show you. I'm also gonna answer a lot of questions that you probably have about the laser and address a lot of the controversy. By the end of the video, you can decide if you think this laser works. If you're new here, hi, my name's Trina. I'm 48 years old. I make videos mostly about beauty devices. If you're interested in this topic, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I also have a TikTok and Instagram page where I post sneak peeks for a lot of the devices I'm testing. And I also have a private Facebook group with almost 30,000 members now. I'll leave links to all of that down in the description in case you're interested. So there are a few reasons why this laser is really controversial. It is almost $3,000 US. It claims to be 100 times more powerful than LED. And a lot of people are unfamiliar with the technology of this laser, and there's a lot of misinformation that's floating around. So I'm going to explain again what this laser actually is. This laser is powered with low-level laser technology, LLLT. When you push it on, it does have a red indicator light. In the US, it's red. Outside the US, it's blue. But that is not what the device is. It's not a red or blue LED device. It's not an LED device at all. In fact, it is a low-level laser technology device. And the founder, Lucy, did a really good post on Instagram recently that I'm going to play for you here so that you can hear exactly about the device technology, to clear up some of the misinformation.
This is a different form of laser technology. It's low-level laser technology. It's not low-level light technology, that's LED. This is low-level laser technology. And this is where you start off with a near-infrared 500 milliwatt laser. So normal at-home lasers are about between 5 and 20 milliwatts. That's the legal limit for an at-home laser. This is 500 milliwatts, so it's a whole new category of power. And this is the first clinic-grade laser that's ever been approved for at-home use. And the reason it is safe to use at home is that there are really clever internal lenses inside of here that disperse the laser beam thousands of times, and because it's been dispersed so many times, it removes all the heat from the laser.
So that's a really interesting point to make, that the laser is a cold laser. It's not a heat laser. That's what makes it different from other lasers on the market like the Nira Precision and the Nira Pro. That's one of the top questions that I get. So if you want to avoid heat, this is a really good option. I did see a few videos from YouTube that many of you posted in my private Facebook group, and it was mostly these like angry men. They were really heated and they seemed to be like really angry about this laser being on the market. And I find it odd because they were like taking apart the laser and disproving the technology and saying it doesn't work and that all of the marketing claims are BS. And my response to that is, did either of those creators or either of those YouTubers or doctors or whatever they are, did they actually test the laser every single day for 12 weeks? Because I did. I'm actually testing this device and they're not. I could talk about devices all day long and talk about the technology and talk about what I like and don't like and what I think and don't think, but if I'm not actually testing the device and showing you the results, then I don't see how you could take anything what they say at face value. I actually did test this laser almost every single day for 12 straight weeks. I went to Greece in the middle of that. I brought it to Greece. I think there were a couple days I missed because I was on a plane, but I was really diligent and my partner was really impressed that I was actually using this on vacation, because it's really important to me to stay consistent so I can show you actual results. I'll show you how I use the laser, but first I wanted to just go over what this laser is supposed to address, because this laser says that it basically does it all. I just want to pull up the site so that I can read you what they claim that the laser does. So they say that it's clinic grade, which Lucy explained a little bit in that Instagram post that I showed you. And it says that it helps with anti-aging, wrinkles, skin elasticity, skin texture, skin tone. It also says it helps with spider veins. You can read more about it on the website, and I also have a video that I filmed a few months ago before I started my test. If you want to learn more about this laser, I'll link to that so that you can go watch it. It is FDA cleared, and I think that's great, but I find it odd that they're selling a $3,000 laser and they didn't do any clinical studies, any clinical trials. I would think that would be really important. Now, they do have a lot of before and afters on the website, but those aren't clinical trials. So I'm surprised they didn't do that, because I think that would give a lot more validity to the laser, and I think it would really put to rest a lot of this controversy that's been floating around online. People are saying, that the laser is a scam, that it's fake, that it doesn't work. But if they did a clinical trial, I think that it would be a really great thing. So instead of that, I'm going to show you my results. LYMA does say that low-level laser technology does have clinical trials and clinical studies, so they rely on that. But that's similar to LED devices that say, oh, red light and near-infrared light and blue light have been clinically tested, so our device works. Well, we all know that there are some really cheapy LED masks on Amazon that really don't do much. They're not very powerful. They don't really provide results. And devices like Omnilux and the Dermalux Flex LED panel have clinical trials on the specific device, and you can feel very confident that the device actually works. So I do find it a little bit strange that they don't have clinicals for this laser, because they're asking for $3,000. But it is great that it's FDA cleared, so you know it's safe for home use. But after completing my 12-week test, I will say that the results are very, very slow. So you have to be really, really patient. And they say that it takes 8 to 12 weeks to see results, sometimes longer for more people. And that's a really long time. The laser is quite heavy. You have to take out the battery and charge it up quite often. I charge it up at least once a week, because I was using it, in the end, I was using it for about 45 minutes a day, and I was hoping to do longer than that, but I gave up because it was just too long, especially when I went to Greece. And so I ended up doing 15 minutes on this side of my face, and then I moved on to 15 minutes on this side of my face, so 30 minutes for my full face. Then I did a hold on my lips for 3 minutes to try to plump my lips. Then I did 3-minute holds on the back of my hands to try to address my hyperpigmentation, and the results were very slow and very subtle. You can see here the back of my hands here, you can still see these spots. They're a little bit better, but the results were slow, and I was on vacation and I just gave up. I was doing it for like a couple months, and then I went on vacation, and by the time I was back from vacation, I had given up. So I did not get the full benefit on my hands, but I kept up on my face. I did not do my neck. For the early part, I was spending about 45 minutes because I was doing the back of my hands, but to wrap up my test, I was only doing 33 minutes. So that's a long time every single day, and they say that you can do an hour on your face if you aren't seeing results. And so it's a really long time, it's heavy. I can see why people would give up or say they didn't see results, because you really, really have to be consistent. I would say about a month into my test, I really started to see my skin looking really good. It was looking plump, it was looking glowy, it was looking youthful, it was looking smooth. And I have some friends that I see probably like every other weekend, and they were like, wow, Trina, your skin looks amazing. Like, what are you testing? What are you working on? And also my partner, he was commenting that he thought my skin just looked so incredible, so amazing. And I also thought that. When I look in the mirror, my face really around the month mark just started to look just better than it's ever looked since in my 20s. I really do believe this laser works, and now that I'm 3 months in, my skin has never looked better. Now, a caveat is that I did go to Greece. I was out in the ocean swimming, I was sailing, and I tried my hardest by putting sunscreen on all the time and wearing a hat and sunglasses, but I was swimming and my melasma came back like fiercely, like hyperpigmentation melasma, especially this patch here on my forehead and on my lower cheeks, like a lot of melasma, and the back of my hand spots came back like really a lot. So I was really frustrated, but I did notice that with continued use of the laser, they did fade. So it's been over a month that I've been back, and they have faded. So it does help with hyperpigmentation and melasma, but it's so slow. And I'm getting ready to do my Cosmelan peel this fall because I just want to see if that's going to help as a yearly thing to keep my melasma and hyperpigmentation away because it's so stubborn. So you'll notice by looking at my skin now compared to when I started that I have a lot more melasma and hyperpigmentation, but that's just from being in the sun. That being said, I still think that my skin is looking amazing. I really do. I'm really happy. The verdict for me is that yes, I think this laser works. I'm going to continue using it. I'm not going to use it every day anymore because the 12 weeks are up. I will use it 2 to 3 times a week in maintenance because I really do think it works. And you do not have to use all of the skincare that comes with it. I will show you what comes with it. They have this oxygen mist spray and they have this Glide serum. And I didn't bring those with me to Greece because that was too much. I actually just brought this face oil. I was using my Fortuna face oil and I used that all up. So now I'm using this Drunk Elephant marula oil. You don't have to use their spray and their serum, but now that I'm home, I do use it. I think they're really nice products. But the one thing that I have been adding that I love is this Velvet Skin Drink from Korres. It's just this really nice liquidy serum that provides a really nice glide. So I spritz on the facial mist, then I put on the serum glide, and then I put on the Velvet Skin Drink, and then I'll try to show you some of this. It's just really nice. You see how it's like really liquidy, and it makes my skin stay really wet. And then I put some of the facial oil on top of that, and it just keeps my skin really wet so that as I'm using the laser for 30 minutes on my face, it doesn't dry out. You could just use a face oil, you could just use a serum that you like, you could use a facial spritzer, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to have their products on. A lot of people were complaining that they think the laser is so expensive and then you have to buy all of their skincare and it's so expensive to maintain. You don't have to buy it. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, but it is really nice. And I do use it every time that I'm home and I'm not traveling. I'm probably not going to use it on the back of my hands anymore because I am just really frustrated with how slow it was to show improvement on these spots. They're so dark. I've actually moved on to use this JOVS device. I think it's JOVS, J-O-V-S, and it has this whiten mode and it's a DPL device. And I started using that and I'm using it a couple times a week. So I'm testing that to see if that's gonna help brighten these up. So stay tuned for that. But I'm always on the hunt for something to help with these spots because they're so annoying to me and I can't get rid of them. Now let me get into the before and after photos. And before I get into that, I want to say that I read all of your comments. Thank you so much for commenting. I can see that a lot of you are frustrated with the fact that I'm doing this before and afters and testing these devices and my face is in pretty good shape. Like I'm 48 and I don't have any wrinkles when my face is resting. I mean, I probably have a few here and there that you can spot on camera, but I don't have like big noticeable wrinkles. And so people would say, why are you testing these devices when you do before and after photos? You really can't see results. And it's such a compliment to hear that, but at the same time, I feel your frustration because it is frustrating where I'm trying to show you how these devices work. And I haven't done any Botox and filler, and the reason I haven't is because I follow a very regimented beauty device routine. I'm doing microcurrent, radiofrequency, skin resurfacing, LED, lasers. I'm doing all of these devices to get my face to this point, and it's been a long journey, and my face didn't always look like this. And so, you know, I used to have really hooded eyes, and I lift them up so well with the Neuro Laser, and I'm using all these devices. And I am in maintenance mode on all my other devices except for the LYMA Laser. So this was the only one I was using every single day. And the other ones I was using very infrequently, like the NVIG Edge. I used it like once a week, but I didn't bring it to Greece. I was doing microcurrent maybe like once a week. I was doing my LED every other day. I was in maintenance mode on all my other modalities to keep my face intact and then show additional results I could get from the LYMA Laser. So what that meant was that I did before and after photos. And if you see here, it doesn't look like my face has changed at all. And I was so frustrated because when I look in the mirror, my face just looks so much better. So what I realized is that it's really important for me to do dynamic before and afters. So I need to move my face, I need to smile, I need to show my dynamic lines. So when I smile, you can see I have a lot of lines here. I have expression lines. on my eyes. When I move my forehead up, I do have expression lines here. I mean, people will accuse me of lying that I have Botox, but I just don't move my forehead when I talk. So if I move my eyebrows, you can see I have these lines. When I smile, I have these crow's feet and lines around my eyes, and I do have lines around my mouth. I have jowls. So that's moving forward what I'm going to track. I found some old photos of smiling before I started using the LYMA laser, and then I took some after photos of me smiling, and I'm gonna put those up on the screen and I'm gonna talk you through those. And then I also now am gonna show you some footage of me on camera with no makeup on before I filmed this video today, of all angles of my face, resting face, slight smile, and a big smile, and I just moved my face around, and that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Based on your feedback that my photos just aren't showing enough results, I'm going to do dynamic before and afters from now on. And I try so hard. I probably did like 4 days of like before and after photos, videos. I tried everything so that I could show you the best results. I'm always trying to take photos with my iPhone with the same settings in front of the same window, the same time of day, with the same level of sun, because I want to show you my real results. I'm not trying to Photoshop or trick you or show anything that's not real. And it's really hard because I'm not a professional photographer, and it's so hard. Like if it's cloudy versus sunny, the photos can look so different. And so I really try my hardest to create like real before and after photos. I take it very seriously and I try really hard, and I read all of your feedbacks. It's really important to me because I don't want you to buy a $3,000 laser and then be disappointed because the photos you looked at were fake. Mine are 100% real, no retouching, they're all real. This is really me. Let's get into those photos and into that footage so that we can talk through the results and see what you think. So here's the first set of before and after photos. The biggest improvement that I see is in the jowls area. It looks so much tighter and smoother in the after photos, and I'm really pleased to see this because this is an area that really bothers me. I also see improvement in the eye wrinkle area, the crow's feet. They do look a little bit shorter. Looks like those have been smoothed out, and hopefully they will continue to improve over time. And then my forehead, there's an expression line in my forehead that looks much smoother. I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation and melasma in the after photos, but that's from my trip to Greece, like I told you about, and the laser did help to brighten that quite a bit from how it looked when I first got back from vacation. And then here's an after photo I did on a different day, and you can see my face angle is different, my face expression is different. I'm smiling a lot bigger. I just wanted to show you a different example. And again, my jowls look a lot tighter, my eyes look better, and I'm smiling bigger, so you would think that my lines around my eyes would be bigger, but they actually are a little shorter, smaller, and smoothed out. So I'm really pleased to see that. My forehead again looks smoother, and you can see again a lot of hyperpigmentation and melasma, but I'm working on that. And then lastly, I shot some footage of my face, no makeup, right before I filmed this video so that we can see how does my face look, 48 years old. After my LYMA laser test, I did resting footage, all angles of my face, and then a slight smile, showing you all the angles of my face, and then a big smile. This is going to allow us to track all of my expression lines, my jowls, my crow's feet, my forehead, and see how is it changing over time. And then I wanted to show that I do have expression lines on my forehead when I move my eyebrows. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my LYMA Laser 12-week update video. I would love to know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think the laser works? Do you have one? What have your results been? Are you gonna get one? And what do you think about all that controversy that's online about the laser? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, share it with a friend, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.